Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. I'm Justin Tech if you're new. I have got the 1100 Lumen Philips Hue bulbs in stock in my house, and I'm comparing them for you today. We're gonna be doing some lighting tests. We're gonna be comparing this to its predecessor, the 800 lumen bulb, and I've also picked up a Lifx bulb because Lifx has incredible colors, rich colors, and pretty great brightness. And this is the 1100 lumen bulb, so that's the equivalent to this. Although it does say it's 11.5 watts, whereas this is 10.5 watts. So we'll see if that has any effect on this test. For those of you who don't know what Lifx is, it is a Wi-Fi bulb system. It doesn't need a bridge like Philips Hue. They've got a bunch of different fixtures, anything from gradient light strips to different types of bulbs. And my first video on this channel ever was a comparison between Philips Hue and Lifx. If you want to check that video out, you'll see how far I've come. I'd rather you not go watch it, but if you did, be sure to comment on it to let me know that you watched it. It's a little embarrassing. Anyway, make sure you guys stay till the very end because we are doing a giveaway. I'm giving away one of these 1100 lumen bulbs to a lucky winner, so you'll find out how to enter right at the end. Let's get to it. This is the 1100 lumen bulb. It is the same exact size as its 800 lumen bulb predecessor. The 1600 lumen bulb that's coming on October 12th, that one you may have some issues with because it is larger. In a past video, I did a whole comparison of the brightness and the size, so you should totally check that out. I'll throw that right up there and down in the description. Plus, let's take a look at the Lifx bulb. It's slightly more bulky than the Philips Hue bulb, but it does seem to have the same width on the top. So if it comes down to just sticking the bulb into a hole for the fixture, then you may not have an issue with a Lifx bulb that works with Hue already. Now let's talk pricing. The 800 lumen bulbs are now $44.99. The 1100 lumen bulbs are $49.99, and the 1600 lumen bulbs are going to be $59.99 when they come out later in October. You can also buy 2-packs. The 2-pack of the 800 lumens are $79.99, and a 2-pack of the 1100 lumens are $89.99. With all of that in mind, let's take a look at these 3 lighting tests, and I'm going to give you some live commentary as I watch along with you. All right, video number 1, let's turn these lights on. You'll notice that I left the toolbox out on the right, and you can kind of see when that is better lit on the left side for the 1100 lumens. But at this shot, you really don't see a huge difference in the brightness. Now let's take a look at, that's 100% right there. On the left, you do see that there is more brightness on the wall. It's just not a crazy difference. Now with colors, we see not a huge difference in brightness or color. They seem to be the exact same colors, so not much of a change. With the green, you do see brighter on the left. With the turquoise, you also see that significantly brighter, and everything else looks about the same. Now let's compare the 1100 lumen bulb with the 1100 lumen Lifx. The Lifx is on the right, and it is bright. Now I'll do some warm white, and it is definitely much brighter on the right. Again, the entire room is lighting up, and the camera settings are exactly the same. Wow, that red is very deep and bright. Now orange, very bright for the Lifx compared to the Hue. Now we're gonna go over to green. Again, we're still seeing that toolbox on the right is very lit up. Look, you can barely see it on the Hue bulb. Even with these colors, it's doing a really great job, the Lifx. Now this next video, we have a wider shot of my bedroom. You can kind of see the city lights out my window, and we're gonna compare the 1100 lumen with the 800 lumen first. And just keep an eye on all of the items on my little bookshelf and my bed. You can kind of see that the 1100 lumen bed is better lit, and then the items on the bookcase are better lit as well. So at the whites, you're definitely seeing a difference. At the colors, it's definitely less pronounced, but you are seeing a brighter bloom down in that corner where the light is. For all the colors, blue looks pretty similar, purple a little brighter, Pink, definitely brighter. And then now let's add in Lifx. And I mean, look at that room. That room is completely lit up with this bulb. You're getting a lot more brightness from these bulbs, more flexibility. Lifx is really just knocking it out of the park when it comes to brightness. And when it comes to colors, the colors are just as good or better. Before I get into my takeaways, I want to hear what you think about the brightness of the 1100 lumen bulb. Do you think it's worth it? Do you think the increase warrants the price increase? Do you think they should have just gotten rid of the 800 lumen bulb and had the 1100 lumen bulb? Now that I say that, that's actually what I think should have happened. Here are my takeaways. First of all, the 1100 lumen Hue versus the 800 lumen Hue, you're not getting a humongous increase in brightness. It's definitely noticeable, but it may not be worth like replacing all of your Hue bulbs for the 1100 lumens. It may just mean that from now on, buy those. We will see a much bigger brightness increase when the 1600 lumen bulbs come out. I'm gonna make a video on that. Don't you worry. Next, Lifx bulbs. They are still way brighter than Philips Hue, and their colors are extremely rich. There are downsides with Lifx. It is a Wi-Fi bulb, right? So you need extremely strong Wi-Fi if you're gonna have a ton of these bulbs. Also, you don't get the Hue app, and the Hue app is so well done. I mean, the Lifx app is great too, but the Hue app gives you so much functionality, and also it gives you all of the Hue Sync features with the TV or the new gradient strips, which I got, and I'll be coming out with a video soon. Yeah, Hue has a huge ecosystem, and that's what you get with that, but hey, it may not be the worst idea to have some Lifx bulbs around your house and use a voice assistant like Google Home, HomeKit, and be able to incorporate these into your home together using your voice assistants with voice, or using buttons like Flick that allow you to activate scenes that can control a bunch of lights. I've shown how I use this with my Philips Hue lights and my Govee Lyra lamp, which I just reviewed, and you should definitely check out because it's so cool. There you go. That is the comparison of these two bulbs. I gotta say, I'm a little let down by the 1100 lumen bulb. I thought maybe we would get something that's closer to the Lifx 1100 lumen bulbs, but that's just not the case. The 1600 lumen bulbs though, those are gonna be ridiculously bright. I mean, that is basically doubling the 800 lumen bulb. And hopefully that will get closer to this Lifx bulb, and I'll definitely do a comparison with the Lifx 1100 lumen bulb side by side. Now let's talk a giveaway. So we are doing a Philips Hue 1100 lumen, I say we, it's me. I am doing a giveaway for the 1100 lumen bulb. Be sure to head over to my Instagram to enter. I have so much content coming for you, so make sure you guys subscribe, click that bell for alerts, and if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a like. I'm Justin, and I'll tech you later.